Hi everyone, I'm Sam from Electric Bikes Brisbane, and I'm going to step you through the features of this very interesting new model from Orbea called the Orbea Diem. So this is an urban bike and it's just released from Orbea and also just won a 2024 IF Design Award. One of the reasons they won this award was because of this beautiful frame. It's called the Patented Diamond Glide Frame. Quite a gorgeous frame to look at. Orbea always do beautiful paint jobs, so the paint job is just gorgeous as well. But look how interesting it is. Angular, very futuristic, but the whole bike is very minimalist in design. And packed into this bike is a whole heap of really interesting design and features which are just integrated into the bike to give it that really sort of futuristic, minimalist look, but also super practical from a usability perspective. This is meant to be a around-town commuter, nip in and around the city streets. However, it's also got some extra chops in there which make it quite heavy-duty in terms of the way you can use it. So let's step through. This is the DM20 model. There's actually 3 models in the series, and we're pretty excited to receive the first one in Australia. So let's walk through it. So it rolls on 29er wheels, so big rolling, fast rolling wheels, which is great because the bike itself is quite light, particularly if you go for the DM30 option, which is a derailleur system and a smaller battery. The bike itself is about 21 kilos, so it's going to roll along quite well with or without the power. Okay, so let's have a look at these wheels. So 29ers, as I mentioned, and encased in quite a wide tyre for a city tyre. It's a 2-inch wide tyre. They're Vittoria tyres, and it's an e-bike specific tyre, designed specifically for e-bike speeds and carrying cargo. So what's interesting about this bike is about the tyres is the tread pattern. So it displaces water really well, lots of traction, and within the tyre itself you've got a nylon casing and also graphite, so it's got great puncture resistance. So it's really thinking this is going to be an everyday ride. These are carbon forks. So again, Orbea thinking about keeping the weight of the bike down, and Orbea do a great range of lightweight bikes. These beautiful carbon forks help keep the weight down, but because they're carbon, just got that little bit of extra comfort with them as well. And the front and rear has been matched with hydraulic disc brakes from Shimano. This is an urban bike. It's expecting you to be riding every day, wet or dry. You've got these lovely mudguards on them. So these are a very wide mudguard, but also very stiff. You've got really strong stays here, so the mudguard rattling problems and out of alignment problems, it's significantly reduced through the way Orbea have designed and mounted this mudguard system on the bike. And it seems strange, but it can be one of the most irritating features of your bike if it's constantly rubbing or rattling. So it's great to see they put some effort into that. With 3 different models of the Diem in the new range that have come, this is the middle one, so it's the 20. The whole range, the whole DM range, runs on a Shimano e-bike system. It's either the EP6 or the EP8, depending on which model you choose. The DM20 is the EP6, and this has a 630 watt-hour battery. So this is a battery which Orbea have had a hand in designing and making as well. It's a high-density battery, which is a very, very long-range battery. Orbea are quoting up to 9 hours usage and up to 150k range with that. If that's not enough, you can still put a range extender on, which is quite easy to mount, and it mounts here, and that gives you another 252 watt hours. I ride a Cayman, and it has the high-density battery as well, and I can testify it is much, much longer than you expect it to be. Superb range out of those new batteries. In terms of charging the bike, you've got this very neat little charge port here. The battery is not removable. However, if you need it to be removed, obviously you can bring it into the workshop and we can do that for you. But not having that removable battery keeps it nice and stiff and really adds to the handling of the bike. And I've taken it for a good spin, up and down a few hills, in and around through some tight technical spots, and it handles really, really nicely. While we're looking at the frame, you can see this frame is designed. It's a slightly lower top tube. It's a unisex frame. Gives you a little bit more step over clearance if you're stepping on and off your bike. But because you've got the two bars, it's really adding to the riding capability of the bike and the stiffness, and it's just beautiful frame quality. Again, Orbea have always made beautiful frames. So what's really interesting around the way Orbea have made this bike is that you've got a couple of options with how you can set this bike up, but they're factory options. So this one has been configured with a handlebar rise of 54. You actually have an option of a much flatter one. This rise is quite a comfortable ride position. It sits you up a little bit taller. Still got a nice wide, sporty handlebar, lots of control and traction through that front end. Comfortable grips, but if you really want something that's even more sportier, you have the option with Orbea's MIO features to be able to custom make it with a flatter ride position. I don't know if you can see it here, but you have got some beautiful lighting. They first brought this lighting out with the gains and the vibes. They've taken it to the next level, really. So this is a daylight running light, and you've also got a built-in headlight. What's really interesting about it is that the light comes on automatically as the light fades. So that's quite an unusual and a new feature. So looking forward to seeing that working. Also in this cockpit area as well, you've got an area where you can plug in a USB-C charge port if you need to charge your phone on the go. And this is smartphone ready. This is a mount for the SP Connect system. So if you want to mount your phone on it, you can just go to the SP Connect website, order yourself a case to allow yourself just to mount your phone on the front here. And then, of course, you're able to download and hook into the Shimano software for all your e-bike stats. You control your bike through this little mini remote here. Very, very simple operation. Turning it on. Your different power modes. Shimano run 3 power modes, plus including running with no power at all. And also you can operate your lights through here too. So we move over onto the right-hand side of the bike and your gearing controls. So this is the DM20, and the DM20 comes with a Shimano Nexus 5-speed gearing system and, very nicely, a carbon belt drive. The Nexus gearing system is a shifting system, and this is where you shift your gears here. You've got your controls here, and you've got a nice little window as well to tell you what gear that you're in. And you've got the funky little nog bell just here as well. Okay, so moving down the bike, we've got the seat post here. Another nice feature that Orbea offer through their MIO customization portal is the ability to add a dropper seat post, and you can choose what dropper length you want depending on your height and your body geometry. So the DM comes standard with this rear rack. It's an MIK compatible rack, which is rated up to 20 kilos. Being MIK, it's compatible with a whole heap of accessories, and it's also able to carry Ortlib panniers, which with the QL 3.1 system. As another option, which you can configure at factory, is the ability to put a heavy-duty rack on there, which can carry up to 30 kilos. So a great option if you want to carry a little one on the back, or if you want to really use this as more of a cargo bike with, more shopping options and heavier loads. Another one of the features, which was part of the overall frame design and the award that they received, was they've got this kickstand, which is actually mounted into the chainstay, which is really unusual. But when you put the kickstand down, you can see they've even thought about the beautiful curves of the kickstand, and it's really quite solid. When you lean the bike down and it's weighted with luggage, the bike's really rock solid because of the shape of the kickstand and how it sits next to the bike. It's kind of weird. The funny little features just make a huge difference, and the amount of thought that's gone into this bike to, one, make it look really distinctive and different, but also to make it handle and be a great everyday, usable, long-lasting bike. It's a testimony to Orbea's design team. So this is the DM20. As I said, there are 3 options that you can choose from in the Orbea range. The DM10 is the top of the range model, and it comes with the carbon belt drive and the Enviolo gearing. Enviola would be a great option if you want a wider range of gears, so higher, probably bigger hills that you would want to tackle versus the 5-speed system. Standard with the DM10 is a front carrier. However, the front carrier is an option with the DM20 if you want to. There is another model in the range as well, which is the DM30, and it's a great option if you prefer something that's a bit more economical or you prefer derailleur gearing and a lighter bike. It has a 9-speed derailleur gearing system with chain and a smaller battery, although it's actually not that small. It's a 540 watt-hour battery, which overall makes the bike quite light. This is quite an exciting bike. Orbea have always pushed the boundaries from a design perspective, and they've done it again with this urban option. If you're interested in trying one, you're very, very welcome to. Head to our website. You can book a test ride online. Give us a call if you'd like to talk through different options, or you can send us a text message and we'll be very happy to help you.